Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. Welcome back to my channel. How na day? We are back with Real Housewives of Lagos. Let's jump right into it. Laura has a fashion show to hold, and she is busy. She is collaborating with her wonderful friend Aisha, who has a fashion house, and I think she also has a modeling agency. So Laura goes over to Aisha to go and pick out the models for the fashion show. And we have these beautiful, young, baby-faced, 20-something-year-old girls that come out with these endless legs to showcase the fashion. For those of you that don't know, I started my fabulosity in life by winning the first supermodel competition for West Africa. I won it, my darlings. Yes, moi. I went into the competition because the third prize was a car. I wanted the car. I got so much more. And Yemi Fawaz, may her soul rest in peace, she was the one who had told me, hey, come on in, you never know, you know. And that was how I really started modeling. And when I looked at those girls, it reminded me of my time, because I started when I was in high school, but I went professional 2021, and I wish the best for those girls. If you want to model, if you want to be a model, that's the way to do it. Look for all of these big fashion houses. Tiana, for example, that's another one, because she has like a big, you know, fashion house. I'm sure she'll use models from time to time. Go there so that your face can be out there. Go to all of these fashion houses because they have events where they want to showcase their latest collections and collaborations, limited edition collaborations, and go out there because you never know who will seek you out. And that was how I started my career. I won the competition. I went on to do a whole bunch of competitions, and then when I came to London, because my father said, Fumi, you're doing modeling. Academics, uncle. No, you are going to university. And so I came to London and I went to the American College in London. I studied business administration. And I modeled also. I modeled here and for Yuki Yamamoto, whom I love, before I went over to the United States. So guys, that's a little tete-a-tete for you because I get a lot of questions. How can I start with an agency? An agency looks at you as currency. If they cannot book you, then you're of no use to them. It's not personal. There has to be something really unique and special about you so that they can pitch you to the designers, to the big campaigns, to the big fashion houses and all of that. So keep that in mind. But if you're already walking the runway and they can see that this girl is giving the wow, 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 then you stand a chance. So Laura is there and she's super, super excited. But might I add, Laura, my darling, this is a collaboration with Aisha. It's a limited edition collection. I have not seen one drawing from Laura. I would have loved to see Laura signing off on this design, signing off on this fabulous, unique piece. I would have wanted to see a little bit of her, more hands-on of her in the process, just to see how it all goes for the girls that want to go into fashion design, for the girls that want to model, for the girls that want to pursue that kind of career, how to sketch, how to bring to life from paper to stage. I would have loved to see that. Her girlfriend Aisha, you can see, looks like a former model. She's tall, she's very slim, she knows what she's talking about. They bring out pieces of the collection and the collection looks nice. Have I seen anything wow, 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 wow? Not yet. I am hoping that we do see on the day of the show. We cut to, and we have beautiful Chioma looking fabulous head to toe in casual Valentino. How is Valentino casual? Somehow Chioma was able to do it with the t-shirt and belt and looking quite fabulous. She's there with Mariam. Mariam comes in, they're kiss, 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 and Mariam jumps right into it and says, why were you not at Laura's tete-a-tete? What happened? Because she wanted all of us there. She wanted to tell us that we were invited to her fashion show. Not only were we invited, she would have loved for us to walk into the fashion show. And on top of which, is Caroline a follow because Caroline did not show up there too. Chioma was a little bit irritated. And I was too. I think that, is it fair or unfair? You guys let me know in the comments. Mariam is doing too much. Mariam, who gave you the assignment? You just came in episode 4. Then I say to myself, is that fair to say she came into episode 4 so she doesn't have a presence, she doesn't have a right? She has to ask somebody for permission before she does something? Is it because she came in last that she has to stay at the bottom? So I had the angel and the devil on my shoulders and I had to say to myself, self, exactly what are you talking about? And I really couldn't come up with a good conclusion. But it didn't sit with me. I just felt that it wasn't Mariam's place to ask, why didn't she come? Why? I didn't understand. On top of which, Mariam in the last episode also invited Laura to the poolside to say, what's your story all about? And how about all of these girls? Again, I didn't understand. Mariam, nobody assigned you this project. So I didn't understand. But Chioma was there to say, you know what? I'm slightly irritated. Check this. Caroline has her own mind. Caroline was not with me. Caroline does her own thing. And I was taking care of family tete-a-tete. So I don't know what this is all about. I mean, if she wants me there, I don't mind to show up. But, you know, all this talk back and forth, nah, I'm not feeling it. I was still in Abuja for my auntie's 60th. I believe her, because Chioma is single right now. So her family is her family. She sees them on a regular basis. She's able to see them also on a regular basis. And her aunties were in her home where she had laid out a wonderful dinner for her mom, for her dad, for her sisters, for her uncles, for her aunties. And her aunties were making fun of her. Chioma when they getting married. So I do believe that perhaps it was a family thing and she couldn't make it. To be honest, you arrive even on a private jet, you still have to come through the motion, come out of the airport, get into the car, you've got your luggage, you find yourself a little tired and then go straight to a little tete-a-tete. It would, if there was money behind it, if there was money behind it, I could see. Anyway, we go to Obalende. Oh my God. I remember the days of Obalende. I went to Holy Child College, and Holy Child College was in Obalende. And in those good old days, it was fun because you could buy food, you could buy accessories, you could buy all kinds of things. And I think they still can. And those are the warm, fuzzy feelings I have when I think about my younger years, because we left Scotland when I was 12, 13. So I did high school in Lagos and I went to Holy Child. Very, very proud. HC. And so Tiana is there, and this year is special for her. It is dedicated to her mother, and so she's going to our Balindi boys and she wants to give back, and that's a beautiful thing. So Mariam comes to come and support her. Laura comes to come and support her. And then we meet one of her wonderful friends also out there to support her. Denrele is there to support her. He's all looking fabulous just to keep stuff upbeat. And they're giving out. They're giving stuff to the people. And that is how you're blessed. Because you are blessed for your life. You are blessed for your family. You are grateful that you are healthy. You are blessed best and you want to give back so that more blessings will fall upon you, more importantly, fall onto your children. So I loved that about Tiana. It was very fabulous indeed, as opposed to be having this big red carpet, big party, your stammy drinks, this, that, or whatever. She took it all the way downtown and said, you know what, this is for my people, these very same people that support me. I lived for it. I lived for it. And then we cut to the venue of the fashion show. Laura is running all over the place. There is a makeup artist that has decided not to show up at the last minute. So Laura is trying to get things going, trying to find another makeup artist. They want the models now to come and rehearse on stage so that they can have like a visual and have a cohesive entrance and exit. It's fun. It's exciting. I remember those days so very well because those were the times that I got to see my other model girlfriends and we would laugh and we would kick it. And what have you been up to? And other auditions that, oh, Fumi, you should go to, this will be good for you, blah, blah, blah. So that's the kind of a buzz scene. And then what? We go to Chioma, and Chioma is getting ready for the fashion show. And she's talking to Caroline. And I see Caroline in the confessional, and for the life of me, I do not know what Caroline is wearing. It's a cross between Liberace and Michael Jackson / Versace, not in a good way. I didn't like it at all. But moving along, because I've realized with all of the girls on this show, there are hits and misses. Sometimes they come and they're looking like fire, and sometimes they're looking like, huh? So I've come to realize that it is what it is. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. In my humble opinion, you guys let me know whether you like the Liberace, Michael Jackson, Versace outfit that Caroline was wearing. Anywho, Chioma lets her know that Mariam came to her, and Mariam wasn't really happy with the fact that she had the weak handshake, and like, why didn't they come to the event, to Laura's tete-a-tete? And Caroline gave a very fabulous point. Caroline said that she wasn't crazy about Mariam. She wasn't crazy about what Mariam had to say about threesomes and that she had done this and that she had done that. I don't think Caroline was judging Mariam. I think what Mariam was saying was that these are people you have just met. And you are, you know, revealing all of this about you irrespective of whether it is truth or dare. Now, let me flip it. Do I think Mariam has done all of these things? No. I think Mariam was trying to be friendly. I think Mariam was trying to belong. But it backfired with some, Laura and Caroline. What do I think about Mariam? I think she's okay. I think, again, that she came later in the season and it was too late in the sense that it was 4 episodes in. It would have been nice if it was just 1 episode that she missed. So she has a lot of catching up to do, and she has to find her way in this show that is concrete. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I got where Caroline was coming from. And Caroline said, it's not by force for me to be friends with anybody. Is it by force? Is it by force? I have to befriend you. Is it by force? It's not by force. So I want to be your friend, but it's not by force. And so Chioma said, well, let us go. Anyway, when Caroline said, yeah, but keep in mind, Chioma, I am my own person. I don't care for anybody. Not Mariam per se. I don't care for anybody just to say bitches, F you, F this, F that. It's unpleasant. It's not necessary. And I feel her 110%. Sometimes it's just not necessary and it's in the wrong crowd. So Mariam, take note. Not judging you. Be you, but be mindful of people around you. So we go back now because this episode is really all about Laura's fashion show. So we go back and Denrele is in a beautiful yellow suit. Yabo is there. Yabo is also there with her daughter. And her daughter is wearing this beautiful pink dress that I wanted to buy myself also in Zara. But I passed on it for something else. And the daughter is absolutely gorgeous. And Tiana arrives looking fabulous. And Chioma arrives. Chioma, the second Chioma walked in, I remembered this outfit. I remembered it because Cardi B wore it to win an award. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. I think it is gaudy. It was too much. Chioma, sometimes the outfit wears her to the point that you don't know who is in there. Who be that? Who be that? Your shakara is too much. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the hat, the glasses. It was just Madame Tussauds. It was too much. Too wax museum. It was just too much. I don't know who is there. Needless to say, Caroline walks in. She does not acknowledge Tiana, and Tiana doesn't acknowledge her either. Now, let me stop there, because you, Fumi Nation, you are fabulous. I live for you all. A lot of you were sending me messages because in the last episode, remember when I said that it was extremely rude for Caroline to show up late at the airport? Well, there's an update. Apparently, production gave the girls different times to show up at the airport. So Caroline's time was 2 p.m. while Tiana's was at 12. I don't know why they did that, but I will say this, and I wanted to bring it up. Communication is key. Communication is key. Now, do I think that that was deliberate so that there could be some drama? 100%. Tiana has just had a baby girl. Tiana's eldest daughter has just arrived from abroad, from America. She could have had those 4 or 5 hours with her baby, breastfed, given formula, whatever, laughed with her children. She could have been with her children instead of sitting at the airport for all of those hours. I think that was where Tiana was really upset. Now, I would have appreciated if Tiana had gotten up further down and said, Caroline, let me have a chat with you, because it doesn't have to go that far. I do that all the time with my girlfriend. Sometimes when I'm not understanding but I'm getting upset, you have to be transparent. You have to make things clear. If you make things clear from your point of view and give the other person the opportunity to tell them what happened with theirs, then you can clear the air. If it doesn't, then you know what, you've said your piece. Tiana, you are boss. You should have called Caroline and said, Caroline, listen, this is why I was upset. Okay, instead of you going below the belt and saying what happened to you and your husband, because that was why Caroline walked in there and she was like, bitch, not fucking with you today. That was where it came from. So now there's tension. Chioma could feel it. Mariam could feel it. It was a tense situation. But anyway, the show must what? The show must go on. And so it does. And the models come out, and I love a couple of the pieces. I love the short sets. There was a gold, there was a pink, but all in all, there were too many shorts. It did not cater to the people in the crowd. Talking about the crowd, what crowd? There were 2 rows here, there were 3 rows there. Come on, production. You could have gotten a whole bunch of extras to fill that place up so that it can look fabulous, exciting. Because why? The models feed off of that energy and they give you the best. We barely caught our breath when Iyabo stepped out to give us a show. It didn't fit her. It didn't suit her. You couldn't find anything else to give her. That was what I thought. Personality, live and love. Then Iyabo's daughter comes out and Tiana made the exact comment. They should have switched outfits because it would have fitted their figures better. You see, I'm not about you can't wear a certain outfit. I am about you wearing the best outfit that showcases the best version of you. Do you understand? Because the daughter's trousers, what was her name, Princess, they were just dragging on the floor. The dress that she wore was much better than what she walked down in the runway. Absolutely, 110%. That was what I felt. Anyway, Chioma now chimes in that, oh, by the way, why is Tiana showing her collection? Tiana, if that is true, that is very tacky, that is very tasteless. Chioma, if that is a lie, that is very, very naughty of you, and it's not necessary for you to spin your unnecessary lies. Why do I say this? Because I don't know who to believe. I really don't know who to believe, and I don't know what was being shown. It can be a whole bunch of things. This is why when I'm at a fashion show, the front row, every single time, I don't look at my phone unless I'm clicking pictures. Other than that, I'm not busy. I just feel that if somebody takes a picture of me, it will be read wrong. So I don't. The highlight for me was Laura's son, Ryan. Ryan walked the runway, beautiful boy. And Aderele asks him, how much money does he want? And he says he wants 100 naira. The innocence of it is beautiful. And I thought that was a really wonderful touch, Laura. I really do. Needless to say, Laura and Aisha walked down the runway to great applause. And yes, it was a fun evening. At the very, very least, it was a fun evening. And there were some fun pieces. And the girls all came together. So it was a fun night. And we go backstage for the drama. But before we move on, Chioma did mention that she would have worn a lot of the pieces to sleep. Chioma, I'll tell you this, that could be true for you, but there are some pieces that you have that belong in the circus. They belong in the circus. They're tutu costumey. I love some of the stuff that you wear, but you have to tone it down a notch. You're always at 110. And sometimes that is very reminiscent of too much sugar. Translation, too thick. Too thick. It's too much. So I strongly advise you to look at those pieces again and say it could be a fun moment to have like a short t-shirt moment with some flats, pull your hair back, have just a lash and a gloss. You would look so adorable. You would look so adorable instead of being so costumey, so Madame Tussauds wax figure, because you can go there sometimes, you know. Alrighty, so they're backstage. And there's a little bit of tete-a-tete, whisper, 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 this. Tiana is not talking. Caroline is so happy because she's like, the evening is moving along as I live, as I love, and there's no drama. Let me try and get really quick up out of here. Laura comes, they all congratulate her, despite the fact that they were gossiping about her and not giving such quick compliments about her collection. But Laura is above it all and she's just taking it all in. Anywho, Mariam takes this opportunity to say, I'm inviting you hoes to my house for dinner. Any misbehavior and I'll throw you out. Mariam, this is what they're talking about. It's a bit too much. Invite the girls and leave it at that. Invite the girls, did you hear me? And leave it at that. You don't have to say any this, that, or whatever, and I'll throw you out. Me personally, I would be just like, you know what? I just don't need this kind of wahala. I'm not going. So when you invite the girls, be sweet about it. You can do so much with honey as opposed to vinegar. I am telling you this on a personal tip. The girls disperse. Chioma now lets us know that she's trying to make it to another event. Hence the wax figure, you know, Madame Tussauds costume that Cardi B had worn. Is that a knockoff? It just occurred to me. Did she sew it or did she buy? Because, ooh, honey, she sewed it. It's a replica. Jean-Paul Gaultier, 1997. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'll double check. But this was off of the runway because I know it's a vintage piece. Cardi's stylist is fond of that. Me, I don't know. I beg, make una choke mouth. Let me know. Anyway, the girls all go, leaving whom? Mariam, Laura, and Tiana. So Mariam now says, oh, that was wonderful. Everybody got along. To which Tiana said, with who? With whom? Tiana is not happy, and Tiana doesn't know how to handle the situation because I think it's gotten a little bit out of control because there has been a lot of things happening behind the scenes and they're bringing it to us now in the blogs. on Instagram, on Real Housewives of Lagos, because they've got a couple of pages on Instagram. And so we're beginning to see how everything is unraveling. And Caroline is also there speaking up for herself. Like I said, you could have trashed this, but then again, maybe it is for the drama. This is what we're waiting for the big boss. So Mariam now enlightens the ladies, Laura and Tiana, that she had a meeting with Chioma the day before. And she went ahead to invite Chioma and extended that invitation to Caroline. To which Laura says, sis, I didn't ask you. I had already said that I didn't care for them. But you know what? I'm happy they're here, whatever. But you didn't have to go out there on my behalf. This is what I'm talking about, Mariam. I kind of agree. But I can see also you trying to make peace. I can see also you trying to say it's not that big of a deal. And it's always like that with that one person who has not yet been offended by anyone yet. Tiana turns around and says, oh, that's news to me. Guess what? Mariam is my friend, but Caroline is not. So I'm going to watch Mariam too. Yes. Tiana's not playing any games. Tiana, which one would I do? Anyway, Laura gets up. The show is over. She's happy with it. She's off for mommy duties. Before she can turn, Mariam realizes that Chioma overdone Chioma, and Mariam also says it. You see, Chioma, when you try to do over sabi, you forget your accessories. Chioma forgot her sunglasses. To which Mariam, in her mind, in the confessional, says, this could be a good moment for Laura and Chioma. Let me give the glasses to Laura so that she can't hand over to Chioma. To which Laura turns over and says, okay, no problem. I'll give it to security. Now, I tell you this, it can go two ways. You can see that Laura has no intention of getting in touch with Chioma. That was the way I saw it. Also, the best person to hand over accessories would be security. Because what would you have done next? You would have gone into the house. You don't even have to go into the house. If you're on friendly terms, Chioma, my darling, guess what? You forgot your sunglasses. I've left them with the security. I've wrapped them up with some food for you as well. Because she's single, right? I've left some food for you and the sunglasses in case you want to pass through. I might not be home. So if you pass by and I'm not at home, or you cannot stop right away, you're trying to get home, because you've had a long day, whatever time you can, anytime during this week, it's at security. Just for you to know. Emmanuel has them. As for him, they're right there. Then it would have been fine. That Chioma will find out, oh my God, I forgot my sunglasses. And then she calls or she sends a text. Laura will be in the happy position to say, bitch, she'll pass that up because it's not necessary. Because what she's going to text is even worse. They're with security. No, hi, how are you? How was everything? Thank you for coming. They're with security. Meaning what? F-U-B-I-T-C-H. And that, my darlings, was how we concluded to episode 5 of Real Housewives of Lagos. When I tell you wahala day. Make una what? Make una chook mouth below, and you guys let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you very, very, very soon indeed. Before I go, yes, I am going to be reviewing what? Blood Sisters. Blood Sisters is coming. I watched it. Fabulous. It's on Netflix, my darlings. For those of you that could not get Showmax, my US sisters, this is on Netflix. Fabulous. There's another show that I'm watching, Our Father. A man who... Let me leave it. Our Father. Yeah. It was interesting. So that's it, my darlings. I live, I love, and I'll see you very, very soon. Mwah.